All right, guys, this is the astrology coming up on the full moon here. We have this fancy software here with some music, very interactive. So we have the Earth here and we have the full moon right here. So the sun is opposite the Earth and the moon, and the Earth is in between. We also have Venus passing Mars here. And so Venus and Mars are in the sign of Aquarius, which is positive for crypto, as Aquarius is the sign of technology, and that includes blockchain technology and Bitcoin. We also have the sun is in Pisces, which is getting a lot closer to Saturn back here. So if we look directly where we are from the Earth, the sun is almost conjunct with Saturn. So it's going to get closer and closer as we go through the coming week. So with Saturn, we could see some lessons in reality. We could see some limitations here. I'll talk more about that. These are the Bitcoin predictions based on the Bitcoin astrology. That's what we do on this channel. This is not financial or investment advice, however. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. And so I'm Jack. I'm an engineer gone crypto astrologer. My mission is to help you succeed in the greatest wealth transfer, greatest wealth building opportunity, arguably of our lifetime, and be a change agent to create a better world. Now, watch this video to the end. I'll give the Bitcoin predictions at the end of the video. Let's look at the charts, shall we? I wanted to first do something a little bit different. Look at the S&P 500 chart. So this is the kind of the macroeconomics which affects Bitcoin and crypto. And we had this all-time high back in January 2022. It peaked out there. I'll put a line there. So we have been surpassing this all-time high for about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. We're almost complete with the 5th week there. And I wanted to go back in history and look at the previous times that markets surpassed the previous all-time high like we're doing now. How long did it take, how many weeks did it take for a market correction? Because when we find that, then we could prepare possibly for the next Bitcoin correction, as that's what I'm planning for, because we have been in very bullish action here. We've just been going up and going up for weeks. There's bound to be a correction at some point, so I wanted to prepare for that. So it looks like right here, back in 2020, we reached the, well, it only took 2 weeks for there to be a correction after the markets corrected, after the markets came up to the all-time high after the COVID collapse. Back here in 2018, wow, it only took probably a few days there, first off. So that's a little bit different than what we're seeing now. This time it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6 weeks before the markets corrected. That was the COVID crash, though. Back here in 2016, it took 1, 2, 3, well, let me try again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 6 weeks before the market's S&P 500 corrected there. So this time this is back in 2012. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then in 2012, another all-time high. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks until it corrected. We're seeing a theme here, kind of with 6 here. It's 5 or 6. Let's see, this time 2006. So 22 weeks. So it looks like it could take 6 weeks, something around 5 or 6 weeks, or we could go all the way out 20 weeks. So 6 weeks would take us to February 26th, where we see a correction, or we could go maybe 21, 22 days. That would take us all the way up to June 10th or June 17th before a correction. I'm thinking since we've already gone up for 14 weeks, maybe we have a correction coming up soon, and maybe this could happen around the time of the full moon. The last time we saw a full moon was January 25th. The markets did continue to run a bit for 1, 2, 3 days until they dumped. And then before that, it was December 26th, and the markets ran up another couple days before we saw a pretty big dump. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. So we did see extreme greed coming into the markets on the Bitcoin sentiment on February 13th and again on February 17th. So Bitcoin is running hot. We have gone up for more than a week here. One thing I noted that in order for us to keep running up here, I believe based on my analysis, we need to hold above 52,000. We need to have daily closes above that level. And so far, we are just not seeing that. Bitcoin is still holding up. However, it's not closing over this 52,100 level. It arguably did one time on the 16th, but then we've fallen down after that. I would like to see 3 daily closes above that level before we start heading up further. Now let's look at the weekly chart. One thing that's going to be really interesting is where we close this weekly close for this week. So we have about 24 hours left. We're still below the 52,100 level. We're at 51,600. If we close above the 52,100 level, that is very bullish. If we close below that, we could start seeing more bearish action. Now let's look at the monthly chart. So where are we right now? Let's do a Fibonacci to the bottom of the market around 15,400. And we are sitting just below the 702 Fibonacci. And previously when we did that back in 2018, I believe, when Bitcoin retraced from the all-time high, we saw a massive altcoin run. So I was sitting on the edge of my seat to see if we're going to hold above that level. It's sitting right there around the 53,000 level. So if Bitcoin shoots above that, we could see a massive altcoin run. That's not guaranteed. That's just what I'm thinking. We can also look at the total three. This is the altcoin market. Altcoins are holding up very strongly, dare I say more strong than Bitcoin. They are holding above the previous peak at this level, 534 billion market cap. We have gotten 3 days daily closes above this level, so that is looking very bullish. If we look on the weekly, how is it holding up? On the weekly, we're still above that level. If we close the weekly chart within 24 hours, above that level at 534 billion, that is very bullish for our altcoins. We could be heading up further. Now, I am thinking that if we do that weekly close above that level, we're probably going to see something along the lines of this, where maybe the altcoins go up and they test this level, they back test before they head up one more time. Diving into the astrology on this full moon, February 23rd, that's in the United States time zone, we have the sun is going into Pisces with Saturn and Neptune, and so we're potentially going to see a big shift in energy. Saturn represents hard lessons in reality sometime, limitation. I'm thinking this is a small negative for the markets, just because Saturn is the planet of limitation. We also have Mercury in Pisces. Now, Mercury is not happy in Pisces, so this could lead to foggy-headedness for traders. This is a small negative, so be careful out there in your trading. It could also slow down markets a bit because Mercury is the planet of trading and markets, and it's in Pisces. It's not very happy there. Venus is passing Mars in Aquarius for the first time in about 2 years. This could represent feminine empowerment. And it's also positive. Venus can represent money and love and relationships. This could be positive for crypto because it's in the sign of Aquarius, which is the sign of technology and crypto. We also have Jupiter sextile Saturn just outside 1 degree. It's been there for a couple months. This has been very positive for markets. It's still pretty close there. It is heading out of that orb, so it's positive for now, but it's not going to last much longer. Then we have the Bitcoin astrology. The sun is sextile the Bitcoin Mars. That's the major positive that I saw on the same day as the full moon. It's in orb, it's pretty close. One thing significantly to note is there's a shift on February 18th where Uranus has been sextiling the Bitcoin Uranus through January. It's going to get a final direct hit very, very soon, within 12 hours or so on February 18th. And before it heads away, before it heads out of orb. Now it's going to stay in orb until the first half of March. However, since it's losing that direct hit, we could see a bit more downward pressure. We'll see what happens. Wanted to announce quantum alignment sessions with me. I'm offering a 90-minute private one-on-one session. I've been giving these for a year now, although this is an upgraded version because I'm going to go through month by month the Bitcoin astrology for 2024. I'm going to look at each month. I'm going to look at the Bitcoin astrology, and I'm going to show you what I'm seeing in the stars, what is mapped out for Bitcoin. So far, I'm still at 90% accuracy for the last year that I've been doing Bitcoin astrology, that I've been making these videos. So if you want to get access, you want to benefit from that 90% accuracy, definitely sign up. I also am going to give you a basic profit-taking strategy so you can benefit from the next crypto bull run. Most people didn't have a profit-taking strategy in the last bull market, and what happened? They lost all of their gains, right? And then they had to wait another couple years for the bull run to return. Let's take our profits at the right time. Bonus number 3 is tokenized precious metals opportunity. So the CEO of BlackRock said that tokenized assets is the future. If you love precious metals, imagine tokenizing them on the blockchain. I have an exciting opportunity for that. It's your choice if you want to be an investor or not. I don't get any commission. It's just letting you know this opportunity out of the kindness of my heart. Now, I have 3 more spots for these sessions. With this special coupon code, you use the coupon code on the checkout page, scroll all the way to the bottom, type in "to the moon," click the little checkbox, and you'll get a nice discount. So if the code still works, there's a spot available. This is a super high value package. It's the session with the bonuses. You get all of that, and then you'll be able to schedule your sessions once you sign up. All right, looking forward to seeing you on that session. So the Bitcoin predictions, without further ado, the Bitcoin price and altcoins are possibly correcting around February 23rd or within 7 days of that. So it could be later in the month, could be, February 28th, around there. But most likely we're gonna see a correction of some sort, and it could be followed by a pump, because typically after the full moon, we see a pump in the market. So I am definitely buying that dip. Let me know what y'all are doing. So if you enjoyed this video, you got some value from it, like and share. All right, listen to the predictions here. If you get benefit from it, if it benefits your life, and this is not financial advice, but if you make better decisions in your investments, if you feel like you have more clarity kind of on what's gonna happen in the markets, what's happening with the crypto markets, definitely share with a friend or family member who could also benefit. And definitely subscribe, as I'll be coming out with a lot more videos on Bitcoin astrology, Ethereum, altcoins, all that good stuff. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon.